Hey everyone, Sunday, October the 6th. My plans this weekend haven't gone to plan. However, there is a bonsai exhibition on in Telford, which is about 25 minutes away from me. I only found out about it on Friday. It's on all weekend. Regrettably, it's Sunday, so in terms of buying, I feel I will have missed my opportunity. You know, the best pieces I'm sure will have been snapped up. But why not go have a look around? Tickets cost £15. I don't know if that's expensive or not in nowadays. The whole COVID thing has thrown me well off with how much things are, but and it opened at 9:30. It's currently 10 AM at 5 to 10, so I'm going to head over there now. I'll get in there for about 10:30, 11:15, providing parking's close to the venue. I haven't planned this. My battery's on 45%, so it's quite likely my camera will die at some point, but I'll take what I can. Every weekend I seem to be saying this is the last time I'll look to spend some money, and every weekend something else comes up. So my video's being staggered. This one will go out mid to late October. But yeah, let's have a look, shall we? Right, I am here at the International Centre in Telford. That's the back. Never been here before. E1 is the entrance and E1 is this direction. So, I haven't really spoken about myself much on this thing. I actually feel quite uncomfortable going to, you know, densely populated areas. There's a few different reasons for that. My upbringing, then I joined the military in 2020, and then spent some time doing security work as well. So I'm always on edge. It's just my natural, just normal state. So being in a, you know, I can't really go into bars and clubs anymore where there's a lot of people, because it just makes me really uncomfortable. So I'm not sure how long I'll stay here, but I will do my best to show you around. The Bonsai Show live. That is what I'm here for. Yeah, not my natural habitat. You can be quite uncomfortable. And that extends with people too, actually. It takes me a while to trust people, probably too long if I'm honest. I can be hypercritical of people, which isn't fair. Right, I'm going to go in and see where I'm going. We'll have a look around. So there's a live list of people who are presenting today. You know when you go to a venue and you just follow the crowd? I don't know if this is the direction, but everyone's walking this way. It's one of the reasons why I've not actually joined a bonsai club. I keep thinking about it, but being in a room with people, yeah, it just doesn't really make me too comfortable. Weirdly enough, in my role, in work, I mean, in the company I work for, we've got nearly 1,000 employees at the moment, and we're ever expanding. And the role I have is incredibly visible. So most, if not all, of the employees know me and talk to me, and yeah, it's not really an enjoyable experience. It might do me some good actually, because it forces me, when I'm walking around any of our offices, forces me to talk to people, which otherwise I probably wouldn't. So, right, I'm going to see how I get in, and then we'll go from there. So I've just walked in, there's an exhibition stage over there. It's pretty vast and wow. My goodness, this is one of the best trees I think I've ever seen. The Swiss Dragon. Good Lord. So I still have a bit of money burning a hole in my pocket. not for something of this stature though. But I'm always really uncomfortable walking around with my camera as well, so I'm not sure how much I'll record. Might be a flying visit. But I will record what I can. Oh my goodness, look at that. £800. So it's actually, I was going to say quieter than I thought. It's like there's a lot of people down the far end, but there's a massive array of things for sale. Of all different sort of standards. I'm going to spend some money, aren't I? I honestly thought I'd come in and there'd be nothing left after the first day. Wow, look at that. What is that? Chinese juniper. I mean, it's very thin, but wow. Lovely quince, look at that. My camera doesn't quite... Let me see if I can get the camera closer. The trunk almost looks like it's made out of plasticine. Oh, I should have come on my motorbike because I'm going to spend a lot. Look at that. That is beautiful. So small. Beautifully done though. Procumbent. I mean, that is tiny. Okay, I'm going to stop recording for a second and have a... Am I?
buy any off of you and look so miserable.
So you can vote for your favourite tree, and I've actually voted for this one. Doesn't say who submitted it. I wonder if that's deliberate to stop any favouritism. But that is beautiful. Really, really, really nice. Obviously there's a lot on display. I mean, look at this. Wonderful roots. Incredible. And this ginkgo, look at this ginkgo, look at the roots. Absolutely wild, and the fact it's still looking so fresh as well. My ginkgos look about half dead at the moment. Yeah, there's some beautiful trees here. Look at this one. Wonderful branch structure all the way. That's a work of art. I don't know if the camera will pick up in what's going on underneath all the foliage, but talk about 3D. I wonder how old this is. This must be, I don't even know. Absolutely incredible. I mean, to be fair, they all are. They've been put in to exhibit, so you wouldn't expect anything less, would you? I've never seen a Cotoneaster so beautifully done as these pair. Look at the trunk. How old is that tree? And I don't believe, certainly not in person, I've ever seen an oak structured so well. You know, the past few weeks I've attended so many different established bonsai nurseries and venues, and now here. It continues to be inspirational, but also a bit of a reality check. Beautiful old ligustrum. Wow, I've just seen a tree down there I want to go and have a look at. Sometimes some things catch your eye, and the silhouette of that, it's just fantastic. I'll tell you what is interesting. The first time I've actually properly looked around at an exhibition. Hope he's not security. It's the First time I've properly looked around at an exhibition and looked closely at what they've put down as accent plants. I mean, that one's quite delicately done. Some of them, and I'm not going to put them on camera because I have no idea what I'm talking about, but some of them just look like a pot of wheat. So, right, I'm going to have another look around. There's two things I really want. Well, one thing I really want, I want a yellow pot. Quite like the colour yellow. And finding yellow pots, vibrant yellow, is really, really quite difficult. So I'm going to have another look around at the pot specifically. And then there were some trees in the far corner where I started that looked intriguing. So yeah, let me have a wander. So I am out, I'm back in the car, didn't buy anything. Spent an hour and a half walking around. Voted for the tree that I most liked out of everything on display, which I've caught on camera. A few interesting sort of points to reflect upon for me. For the jump up in standard of tree that if I'm going to buy something I want to take, it means me going from purchasing trees for £100 to £200 to £700, £800, £900 to £1,000, and it seems it's a big jump to make when the trees for that sort of money still have their flaws, would need a lot of work. You know, there was one larch in there. Had the vendor come and spoken to me, I reckon I would have been persuaded. It was £650. I'm still tempted to go back in now. Good size, good basic structure, and in a year or two with some, you know, some good work, could become really, really good. Do I have the knowledge yet to be able to do that work? Probably not, which is why I'm edging off spending that sort of money. It was nice though. What else? Speaking to a guy, I didn't catch his name, he's got an Instagram account called Tree in a Pot. I had a really, really good conversation actually, talking about he, like I, got into bonsai. In his words, it's his zen, and for me it's my sort of mindfulness approach. Not approach, it works, it's not an approach. And he had some, you know, some good trees for sale, but he doesn't have a nursery. I think him and his mate, they don't have a nursery. Started from scratch. Everything is grown from majority is grown from seed, and he said it took them, I don't know if they were working together then or individually, but he said 5 years for them to reach a point where they had, obviously, year upon year, seeds being sown, other means of propagation from existing trees, developing everything else, and it was the 5th year when that sort of rhythm and cycle was established. It's quite interesting to hear someone who's done it. I mean, I have no desire to become a bonsai professional. You know, the bonsai element is a hobby. But the more generic development side does appeal. You know, I could buy a little bit of land and set something up as a hobby, and if it turned into something more than that, great. But if it brings enjoyment, that is enough reward in itself, isn't it? So, great chat with him. The search for yellow pots, there's a couple, but they're very small. We're talking sort of 7 inches lengthways and maybe 5 across, and 1.5 to 2 in depth. Nothing big. There was a couple of nice yellow ones that had like a, I don't know, almost like a greeny metallic-y flecking in them. They were nice, but it's not big enough. So overall summary, and I tell you what, it was warm in there. And when I get warm, I get irritable, and I just want to get out of the place, regardless of what it is. It could be the most enjoyable experience ever, and if I'm warm, I want to escape. So, but overall, £15 to get in. What did I get for it? Had a wee. And had a good chat with someone who, on face value, has a similar sort of mindset to me with this whole thing. So, and a bit of a day out. I mean, what's the time now? Nearly 12. By the time I got some food. So yeah, another visit and another non-purchase, but that's not necessarily a bad thing, is it? I think the more I was overheard 3 people talking about one of the mistakes that beginners make is they hoard. And I definitely fell into that category, and I've got a lot of material now which, I mean, who knows, in a year or 2 it might develop, but certainly there's some which is just rubbish. And they were discussing sort of people did better spending less on as many pieces and then buy fewer but better. You know, there's some merit to that, but at the same time, if you enjoy going out, getting out, visiting these places and making those purchases, then, you know, that in itself is a positive. So that's my ramblings done. I am going to, it took me 40 minutes to get here. Well, yeah, just under. So I'm going to head back, get some lunch. Thank you for watching.